shortly, but get on with this. We had a loss this weekend in our trip to Richmond, Kentucky, to Eastern Kentucky. And, we talk about Eastern Kentucky's tradition and measuring ourselves against that tradition every time we play them, and hoping to bring out the best in ourselves. But it's hard to say that we played as good as we could play. We gave up 5 touchdowns, over 20 yards. In all the previous conference games before that, we'd given up 1. So obviously didn't play our best football, but do give credit to their playmakers. I think they had some guys that made some great plays. And I think we didn't help ourselves with mistakes we made. But again, I give credit to EKU. One thing that I took out of the game is that we weren't as focused a team as we had been previously, but we didn't lack effort. Didn't lack that everybody that was playing wasn't playing hard on every single play. But we were missing the detail of some assignments and some execution. Didn't play as physically intense. Played physical, but not as intense as when we had as what we had. So those are our challenges this week, to get back to detail, to get back to a physicalness that separates you, not being physical with somebody, but actually taking the more physical approach. Now, against this team, we're playing the most physical team that we've played so far. Tony has done a great job. The one thing that I think that stands out is they have 21 seniors. They've got the second leading rusher. Some of their numbers are just astoundingly good. Their rushing numbers are phenomenal. Their third down conversion numbers are outstanding. But I think Tony has slowly had a plan, put it together. I guess this is year 4. Kept a group of players together. They were tough for us last year, so we know what we're in for. I don't know what the rankings will say, but it doesn't really matter, except to maybe make the point that we're 2 top 10 teams, both playing for the same thing. These are the best football games. 2 teams, late in the year, same stakes, both sides, both of them fully confident in who they are, and we will be when we play. And it's just the best football gets. I always am a little reluctant to talk about long-term history, but maybe in 20 years, since there's been 2 top 10 teams playing in this stadium, on this field, it's supposed to be good weather. Our students have been great. We need our students to key the environment, along with our great band and the people of general interest in quality football, because I don't think you'll find any better matchup anywhere than this. It is the last game for our seniors, and that maybe makes it the most special of all special, really. Always depend on Greg to put numbers to what I think and feel, and he did this for me. This 2010 graduating class is 30-12. So winning this class, since we've been in 1AA or FCS, they deserve to be respected to that, as that, supported as that. We've got 2 of them here. Whereas just a junior, but this football means a lot to these guys. It's obvious with this record. One thing for y'all to know, guys, is that since we've been in the OVC, you take every FCS conference. That's the Colonial, the Southern, all of them. We've got the highest winning percentage of any team in any conference in the FCS. So, you know, coming off a disappointing loss, we got to get back to who we are. I've said these things to tell you we do know who we are. We're not questioning, bothered, frustrated. We're extremely disappointed and challenged. We got to get over the disappointment, focus on the challenge. There's a reason why this senior class is one more than any. There's a reason why we represent the highest winning percentage of all conferences in the FCS, because we know how to win. But it'll be an enormous challenge, because I promise you, SEMO knows how to win too. You know, the things that win in these kind of football games are the little things, and we just, every one of these guys has got to take care of their business. Quez is here, threw for a record high yardage. I promise you Quez would trade it for 10 yards and a win, but still, I thought he did a great job moving that football team under those circumstances. Juicy has been playing best football he's ever played. He's got a critical piece in this game plan. There's not many guys that we would put in some of the situations we put Juice in, just because he's physical and can run and think. And TJ is he's the guy that allows us to go get a running game, because he's got to play out there and handle some tough receivers. And Quez too. But these guys represent what I think has become a tradition. We've always talked about restoring the tradition that was here in Division II. The numbers I just gave you, they're just as good as they ever were in Division II. The only thing we got to do is take care of our business and take it as far as we can take it, represent ourselves. We're going to work really hard this week, really hard, and I expect us to play well, and I expect us to win, which I always do.
Coach, I just got three things, Coach. Can you just give me some general recollections of how you've done in the time that you've been here, when you faced a back as highly ranked as Harris is, generally when you played a top 5 stat guy
I think we've done pretty well, but what makes this one maybe different than any time that we've ever done that? I think we've done well too. We focused on one guy that's a runner. We've usually made our statement. But we've never had a quarterback back there that could run for 120 yards with him. It's really hard to focus on the quality that Harris is, because Scheibel, he'll run it for 20 times. And he's a Cody type athlete. He's shifty. He's doesn't look like he'd be hard to tackle, but he is. To answer your question, we've usually done pretty good when we've come to focus on one premier runner, but we've never quite had this challenge with a dual threat at quarterback. And other than Mike Jones, the Jones guy at 27, all three of these guys can run for 100 yards.
Is